Welcome to day 3 of the grand experiment. All right, so today is a strength day. We're going to be doing arms. I brought some friends. So we've got these arm weights that I fished out from God knows where they were. And I've got parallettes. Now, for those of you who don't know, you can probably figure out what these are. These are just to get more range of motion when I do my push-ups. We are also not going to chase reps today. We're gonna chase muscle engagement, right? So we're gonna do the same 1-1-1 structure: 1 minute of strength, 1 minute of cardio, 1 minute of rest/stretch. We're only going to do that maybe 6 or 7 rounds. Again, I don't want to burn myself out. Just made some adjustments based on a little bit of research and some conversations that I had. So we're going to go ahead and start this in a minute. I'm going to start my watch and my phone. I'm listening to another drum and bass mix, which I will link in the comments below if you want. But I'm also going to throw my own custom mix on top of this if you want to hear that instead. All right, give me 1 minute. All right, I know this is backwards, I started my other green. So we've got 44 seconds, get yourself loose. We're gonna do a warm up this time. We're gonna do 2 rounds of cardio, just about a minute or 2. And then we're gonna, during the 3rd minute, we're just gonna relax, let the heart rate come back down. And yeah, let's just have fun. All right, 10 seconds. We're gonna do some jumping jacks, nice and easy. All right, if you want to rest, we have 2 minutes. I'm actually going to do 1 more minute of cardio. Of course, my old friend, high knees. I also put these weights on because I want to try and warm my shoulders up a little bit more quickly. That way, I'm not pushing with ice cold shoulders. If you don't want to rip anything, you know? I'm also going to take these weights off when I start pushing because I can't grip the parallettes properly. Ooh, we're up to 158 already. All right, rest. Stretch out the calves. Y'all won't see it, but I'm jumping on a standing mat. It's kind of soft, but that actually makes it much harder than jumping on the hard, carpeted floor. So if you want to give your calves a little bit of a workout, Maybe try jumping on a standing mat. Ooh, that feels good. This track is really starting to turn up too. I wish I could play it, but Andromedic would probably strike me in a second. All right, next warm-up round. Calves are burning, so I'm going to switch this up a little bit. Maybe this mat wasn't such a good idea. Calves would probably look crazy though in 5 months. Okay, so this is our minute of alternative cardio. You can keep moving if you want, or you can rest. Whatever you want to do. Most importantly though, this is the last warm-up round. Should be nice and hot. 162. I'm warm. So once we get to the end of this round, start pushing. Ten seconds to rest. Rest. Oh, let me hydrate. Take these off too. I don't need these anymore. Yeah, so these hand weights are from Title Boxing. So there was a point in time when I actually wanted to be a boxer. Not necessarily to compete, but just to join a gym, get fit. So I bought all this equipment. Me being the kind of guy I am, or used to be, didn't stick with things. Completely stopped using them. One of them was a door stop. Alright, we're gonna get into the first set of pushing. I'm gonna just try to go for 5 push-ups. All right, 5. So we got 20 seconds left in this strength round. I'm just gonna keep moving. Right, so like I said before, I'm not chasing reps. I'm just chasing activation. In subsequent rounds, I'm actually gonna try to do more. Or rather, more time under tension, meaning I want that muscle to be working potentially longer. So either slower push-ups, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Let me move this mat. Yeah, so slower push-ups. Once I get to failure, probably do 1 or 2 more beyond that. Try to use as much of that minute as possible. But if you're doing this, wherever you happen to be, and you can't do push-ups, which I suspect might be the truth if you're out of shape or never worked out before, what you're going to want to do is try them on your knees, you know? Or like I've seen some people do a full push-up, but just the descending movement. Just go down, get back up, do it again. All right, rest, stretch. These are killing me, so I'm going to do the flexor. Oh, that's good. By the way, I'm going to switch to a 3 times a week format for these workouts because I'm burning way too much. Yesterday I burned over 3,000 calories. And I only ate 1,500, 1,400 and something. So the deficit that I'm making is too big. And it's not going to be sustainable. So the goal is to really lower the deficit to about 600 or 700 calories a day. I could do that one of 2 ways. I can either eat more or I can work out less. I don't really want to eat more because I can't afford it. Push-ups. You're going to try to use the whole minute, at least 5. 1. Go up slow. 2. 3. 4. Holding a bit at the bottom. 5. I'm almost burnt. 1 more. 6. Alright, I'm gonna rest for like 5 seconds. And then I'll see if we can do 1 more. Sorry. Ooh, alright, so I did 7. I used the whole minute. I did them real slow. So I felt every second of that contraction. Ooh. Abs are gonna feel it too. Anyways, so I have to decrease how much I'm doing. Decrease how much I'm doing, which means strength 3 times a week. A little more conditioning on between strength days. What I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'll just walk. Ooh. Hop side to side, keep moving. Yeah, so on what we're previously conditioning, what I call cardio days, I'll just go to the gym and I'll do 3 miles on a treadmill, 3 miles per hour speed, 3 incline. Should give you about 5,000 steps. If you did that twice a day, that would be ideal. You know, recently I heard that this whole 10,000 steps a day thing is actually a myth. You don't really need that many. 75 is the new 10,000 I heard. I don't know how true that is. I haven't actually looked it up. But if you give me the choice between 10K and 7.5K, I'm doing the 7.5. Especially between 1 hour on a treadmill and what I'm doing here in the house, walking around. All right. 5 seconds to the next strength set. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm gonna rest for 5 seconds.
I'll try to see if I can get one more. Woo! Holy crap. Okay. That was 50 seconds of work. Not bad. Especially since I was going all the way down. Alright. Let's do some jumping jacks. Seconds. Started moving the legs back and forward. All right, 1 minute. I'm gonna do a hip opener. Oh, that's good. Yo, your calves are gonna be like fire. Tomorrow, the day after that, hydration. You know, I still have to post that progress video. And honestly, I'm dreading. In my mind, I keep seeing my mom asking me why I'm naked on the internet. Obviously, she's not gonna see it, but you know, it is when you do something and you open yourself up, you put yourself out there. It's like, what are people gonna say? What are they gonna think? But I think it's just a situation where you kind of just have to do it, get it over with, which is what I'm gonna do. All right, strength set. We have 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, this one's tough. All right, we have 20 seconds left. I'm gonna rest for like 5 seconds and I'm gonna try that last one. All right, here we go. Woo! That was rough. That was rough. But I did it. Let's do some jumping jacks again. $155. Rest. Sit on my heels, stretch these quads. I don't know, what are those muscles on the front of the shin? Shin muscles. This feels so good. Why is my heart rate higher during the rest than during the actual exertion period? So weird. I asked this before, I ask again. Do I talk too much? Drop that in the comments. Should I talk less? I mean, I'm not the funniest dude out there. I don't think I'm the most entertaining or interesting either. How weird would it be to do a workout and all you saw was the guy working out and listening to the music? Maybe I should try that. Alright, strength. We'll go for 5. One. 2. 3. 'They're getting tougher. All right. I needed to rest. Okay. I am fried. Good thing, because we only have 2 sets after this. Mindset check. Remember, we're not chasing reps. We're chasing activation. Trying to keep that muscle active for as long as possible. For me, that means just going really slow. Feeling the movement through the entire range. Descending. Pull a little bit at the bottom. Push up slowly. Almost every fitness expert that I followed over the years seems to agree that slow movements are much better for building muscle and getting strong. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to maintain muscle really. Not really build anything. I think I'm pretty big. So, 2 seconds to rest. I know you can't see me. You can feel it. Forward, legs forward, leaning over the knees, stretching the hands to grasp the toes. Should feel it in the back of your leg. Yeah, that's tight. By the way, this drum and bass track, the one I'm listening to, so good. What about you guys? What do you like to listen to? You want to hear something different? I know not everyone might like D&B. I love D&B for working out. Good energy. All right. Strength set. I'm going to try for 3 good ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not 5. Okay. I would not have been able to do another one. Let's let that muscle rest. Then hop around for a little bit. Okay, heart rate went down pretty low. 143. Alright, cardio break. I'm gonna try some knees. They're really good for the abs too. Pretend you're in kickboxing ring. Guy's coming up on you. Want to grab his head and bring his face right into your knee. Give this high. Really good for the abs. All right, rest. Oh. Okay, I think we have one more set, and then we're good. It's gonna be a nice short workout today. 25 minutes, thereabouts. Whew. Not even gonna try a stretch. Now I know the question is, are such short workouts even effective? I don't know. That's all part of the great experiment. We're gonna see. The goal really is to stick with this for at least the next 20 weeks, making changes, making tweaks as I go, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, and seeing what turns up in 20 weeks. All right, last set of strength. Going for 4. 1. That was 2. This is 3. 4. 5, maybe. All right. 5. Let's rest for a couple seconds. We'll try to go again. All right, I'm gonna try for 2. 1. Nope, not 2. All right. Okay. You have 10 seconds, so we use most of the 60. I have some pain in this shoulder, so I'm also trying not to overdo it. All right. So that's our strength. Let's polish all this cardio. And we're gonna do our last minute of stretching. And then we're done for the day. All right, just gonna do one more hip opener. I'm actually gonna come up a little bit on the balls of my feet so that my heels are not quite touching, because I want my calves to get a nice little stretch. Lean up against the wall so I can make my hips a little bit wider. Bring the heart rate down. 161, 160, 159. Okay, so we're dropping. All right, we're about to drop into the aerobic zone. We just hit the aerobic zone. You know what? I want you to check something. How is your sleep improving? When I do these workouts, I sleep so good. I guess that's why little kids sleep so well too, because they're always running around. All right, that's it. Done for the day. That's day 3 in the bag. What's today? Today is Wednesday. 334 burnt. Today's Wednesday the 11th. I'll see you guys on Friday.